Oh, you're ready?
Stop! Jesus Christ. Sorry, she's itching her head. So I feel bad.
Because we want to talk about co-workers today. First of all, I should just say that I work every morning with two people, 4 days a week. Because, you know, we can't be arsed doing any work. So myself, Tommy Bowe and Alan Hughes, we work on a show called Ireland AM.
Okay.
Yeah. We're, our cycles are in sync.
Oh,
so
nice.
we wear the same thing. Our clothing cycles are in sync. The amount of times I come out and it's like, you have to get changed. You have to get changed. What the hell? We have to get changed. And yours and where actual period cycles are in sync.
I know. Yes.
And now our clothing cycles are in sync because we're wearing the same thing today. Well, same colours.
Same colours. All the same colours. I'm shocked. The periods are in sync and the clothes.
This is huge.
What's going to happen?
We might actually be friends.
This is crazy. Should we have sex? No. Sorry, I just thought that's where it was going. Okay, never mind. Anyway.
Hello and welcome to...
And another thing.
My name is Maureen O'Connell.
I'm Emma Torn.
And this is the podcast where what do? We contribute to, but not add value in any way to the conversation.
Not a shred, not an ounce.
And
especially not this week. I just don't know. But there's something in the air. I just know nothing will be achieved.
Because we wanted to talk about this last week and then we're like, we won't be able to talk about it this week because it'll be all over at that stage. But it's not at all. No. And this is co-workers working with people, how you are at work. Because obviously a show that I've watched for years is blowing up this morning, and Philip Schofield, the mainstay of it,
I know,
is gone. And I think all of our real conversations about this morning have happened off mic because we're afraid to put anything.
Looking around, checking my shoulder. It's insanity.
Yeah.
What can we say?
But it's so weird that people all have an opinion on this, right?
Oh, sorry. I've gone into the TikTok deep dive.
Of course you have.
The videos, the timelines, everything.
But is this people who know anything?
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Not fussed with facts.
I'm not fact checking these people. Are you mad? No, I'm doom scrolling. But remember I sent you, I had a look at Holly's Instagram.
Yes.
Because I was like, I don't actually follow her or whatever. And she obviously still had
commercial responsibilities.
Yeah, that she had to fulfill. And I was like, a dress from Marks and Spencer's, 4,000 comments. Okay, it's a nice dress, but what the fuck's going on here?
It was a nice dress.
I don't even know, it was lovely. And she really does, perfect for M&S. Anyway, besides the point, I looked at the comments and it was basically a mixture of, you're next, you can kind of go and whatever. And then people, hashtag be kind or whatever. I looked into some of the people. I sound like I've had the tour's wrapped up with a lot of time now, right? But I looked into some of the people that had left these kind of vicious, nasty comments. A lot of them had public Instagram pages. There's Rita, love my grandkids. I mean, my dog, Bunny or whatever. It's these aren't faceless trolls.
No. But
the disconnect of these people actually being real and having real lives.
But you see, Holly and Phil are there with them every single day. They probably watch them every single day for 12 years. And I just found it quite interesting when you told me that and I went on to look. The viciousness directed at her and what was directed at him. Now, obviously there's bad things being directed at him.
Yeah.
But the viciousness of she's more culpable than him as the woman. She's worse than whatever Philip Schofield's bad
colleague.
For. And you're sitting there going, why is she taking it all? Why is it her fault? And there is this element of them being a team.
Yes.
Because, you're bringing in ages of people and it was really vicious, very hard to look at.
Do you know what
I found? And I didn't want to. I think I spent about 30 seconds. I was like, I don't want to be here.
Oh, no, I love a bit of internet shite, but I was like, this is depressing. It totally different people and whatever. But it reminded me of when the stuff about Lucy Kay came out and Sarah Silverman had to kind of speak about it herself because she was friends.
Oh, Louis C.K., yes.
She was friends with Louis C.K., still is, but she had to come out separately and kind of manage that. And of course she didn't know. Of course they're friends.
So this is Louis C.K. who was inappropriately exposing himself to female comics. He was locking rooms when they were inside there. He was doing bad things.
They didn't know how he was behaving. So he was obviously behaving with his friends in one way. And then when he's with female comedians who are, how would you phrase it, lower down the pecking order, whatever, and he would ask permission, but there's a total imbalance of power. But they had to speak, how could they be friends with this man? And then if you aren't friends with the person, you just ditched them. It's kind of the same message that they're saying to Holly. I mean, if they work together 4 days a week in a very intense environment, you know what I mean? Like UK telly, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure. Aren't they? I'm sure that's fine. But I'd say UK telly.
Proper telly. Proper telly.
But I've no doubt that they were mates or whatever. But if you're working 4 days a week with somebody, how much time are you actually going to spend with them on a social
See, a lot of people
basis?
Said that they sold us a friendship. And is it true or was it a lie? And because, they went on holidays together and all this kind of stuff. And now, the reputational damage. There's all these situations.
Yeah.
But I think for anyone, that's Teleland, right? That's one thing.
Yeah.
But as co-workers, regardless of where you work, even if you work by yourself and you're listening to this at home right now, you do have people that you have to deal with every single day.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So they become your co-worker.
Yeah.
My dad was a guard and he was like, sure, there's fellas I've been nicking for 30 years. They're my colleagues. He's like, they are.
They're at the Christmas party.
We were in the hospital once and he was sitting beside me and it was 12 hours sitting on a chair in Limerick Hospital, shocking, nothing's changed. And next thing he's like, where is she? You can hear this voice. He's been retired a long time at this stage. And it was a woman, God bless her, that he had been arresting for burglaring houses for 30 years, basically.
Okay.
And he sees her and she's outside and she was drunk or whatever. And he goes over and he sits down. He's like, come on now, what's the problem? She's like, Serge, how's it going? Sat down and had a chat for about an hour. And he's like, sure, I've worked with her for years. For years. She's a lovely woman.
That's nice.
So everyone has colleagues.
Yeah.
But we all make this mistake in our 20s, don't we? When you get the first jobs. Because when you're a teenager, you're probably going to work with your friends. You'll get jobs in the same shops. But when you're in your 20s and you start there for the first time, you think you're going to be friends with everyone. You're going to be besties.
Yeah.
And you're not.
No.
2 months into that job, you're going to be like, I would prefer to see that person fighting with a lion in the Colosseum than have to go to the pub with them. It's fine. Yeah, I'd prefer a lion to rip them to shreds because you're not friends.
Oh, I counted it there recently, but I think it was I've definitely have over 20 jobs. I've had loads of jobs.
Wow, over 20.
Yeah, it's definitely over
pretty good.
20. It's usually it's about 6 months.
Yes, you said this before that you were very good at I'm done now.
Because once I kind of was fully trained in and comfortable in the place, I was like, so comedy is the longest job I've had. But you don't really think about it as a job. And then obviously other comedians are your colleagues as well. But
she took a bit of a long pause before.
No, I was trying to think of some of them. I was like, are they colleagues? No, they are. But the traditional, and I don't mind the stand-up workplace or anything like that. It's the traditional kind of job. I'm sorry, but every job I've had, there's always one gee bag, male or female, but that's the word, the perfect word to describe them. A gee bag, and they've always been there forever.
Yeah.
And they tell you about when the place was good after you started. The Christmas parties used to be, there used to be some crack in here. It's all changed. And this is your first fucking day. And then they're like, they try and get you in on the lotto because these fuck faces with no personality, that's how they integrate themselves within the place. They take on something which means people have to engage with them. Anyone who's doing the lotto in your workplace 100% is a fucking pain in the hole. Because if they actually were able, I'm telling you, because if they were actually able to make mates in a workplace, they wouldn't need that lotto. Now it's different if there's three of yous. It 3 is in a shop or something.
What if they're gatekeeping the lotto as well?
Would they do that?
To be there a long time to be like, now you can come into the lotto gang.
And at best, they're doing the lotto. What about all these cases of people saying they were doing the lotto and swindling the money?
Here we go. You've gone straight to pocket. Oh yeah, we didn't win again, lads.
Oh no, but there's been a couple of cases on this. Oh, the lotto equals Lanzo. You know, these people who pocket the money. Oh, bringing in their kids' fucking sponsored shite. Fuck off. We're having a cake sale. Fuck off. I'm trying to get by. I hate this job. Leave me the fuck alone. What are you having for your lunch today? Fuck off. I'm having food. Leave me alone.
What about the people, and we have to say it right now, that bring in the fish, put it in the microwave. Why?
Trout. There was one who used to bring in trout. Smoked fucking trout. I like fish, but what is wrong with you?
Delicious at home, but I can't get the smell out of that microwave. And then it becomes this standoff of, is someone going to spray a bit of the Jif into the microwave to get rid of the smell? And you're like, no one's going to do it. So it's just going to permeate through the office. And and you're like, there's always one. There's always one. And you can eat fish cold, you know?
When you are in an office job and you start contemplating bringing in your own cutlery and your own cup, that's when it's time to leave. You've become institutionalized. Your brain is turning to mush. Get it out of there immediately, as quick as you can. Now, keep it moving with the jobs would be my advice. There is a downside. You basically are on the same income for 10 years because you never progress in anywhere you work.
Trying to get a loan showing that you can have a bit of commitment. Oh yeah, let's give this one a mortgage. She can't stick to anything.
I whacked in a few babies as well. The other downside of moving jobs constantly is every time I moved a job, we were doing a whip around for fucking somebody. I was like, fuck, I don't even know this person.
Did you ever get a whip around for you? Because you left so many jobs. Did anyone ever buy you a going away present?
I did. Yeah, I got a whip around in Setanta Sports, but it was kind of let go. But I was covering someone's maternity leave. But I was just, anyone who worked in Setanta Sports with me knows I was great crack. And I did win an X Factor Super Draw. So whoever won X Factor that year, I had picked them out of a hat and I won the money on that. I don't mind those. They're pretty good.
So basically, I didn't realise that they used to do those pools. You know, they normally do them for the World Cup. They did them in Setanta Sports for the X Factor. You're like, we're sick of the sport, lads. I don't care. If I have to talk about Neymar shooting a goal again, let's talk about Gareth Gates and Will Young. Love it. That's the only X Factor that came to my head.
That was Pop Idol, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, Pop Idol.
I think it was the year that
Marty Bourne was X Factor.
Oh, yeah.
One Direction. Matt Cardle.
Yeah, I think it was the year Matt won. I hope he's all right. Yeah, I hate colleagues, I would basically say.
Well,
in short.
There was a survey done of 1,000 office workers. Now, I think this was American-based. I'm not too sure if it was worldwide. But one thing that and I normally don't agree with America on anything fundamentally as a country. As though it's my friend. It's like, we would not be friends. We would not be going to the pub together at all. 3/4 of office workers have one company event that they dislike. And I'm like, only 3/4. So you're saying there's 25% of people that like all of the shitty office events that you have to do. When you're in your 20s, you like the Christmas party because you care about the free drink. As you get older, you're like, I don't want the gossip. I don't want the bitching.
I know.
I don't want to see the young ones shifting each other.
Hang on a sec. Oh. I still want the bitching and the gossiping. Come on.
Oh, but it's just...
On a Monday...
It's just so complicated because you're too... I don't care about it anymore. You do. You care about it.
Yeah, on a Monday often, if I've had...
See, I'm the one who's drunk.
No, if I've had a boring weekend, I'll send voice notes to a couple of comedians going, can you give me a bit of scandal? And I just say, I want a big, juicy, fat voice note.
And they'll get it. They'll sort you out, like.
Yeah, totally. Sometimes it won't be scandal. Sometimes it'll just be updates of how things went.
Okay.
And whatever. But no, I see. Yeah, I still do like the gossip and the scandal. Look, can we just say, people in an office that have a photograph of themselves with their partner on their wedding day? Red flag.
Is that a thing?
Yes, I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Like, I can't, now that we've all moved to open plan offices.
No, sorry now. I've seen people have the photograph of when they've just, you know, the photograph of when you've just given birth to the child and it's popped up on your chest.
Yeah.
I've seen that at an office desk. I'm like, do you think Tusla are going to come in here and check? How necessary is that? With the goop, with the fucking ghee goop on the kid up on the chest.
I couldn't call it womb. No, I couldn't call it a bit of miasma or whatever that it is.
But you know, who are you trying to fool? Who are you codding? Who are you codding?
I think I've only ever seen, you know, those pictures that you take at the Christmas party in the photo booths or like with colleagues that you actually like. I don't think I've ever seen like a personal photo.
Oh no,
in an office setting.
No, I've seen that, and I'm like, you've a 20-minute commute every day.
How much do you miss them?
Yeah,
you also have that as your Facebook profiler. Yeah. Like, and you can see it.
Like you have all your photos on your phone.
Listen, if you want to have that there to be like, yeah, I'm spending my day.
I refuse.
Leaving Gee baby. Leaving Gee Goopy baby to come in here and listen to your shit as you're about to have some trout from the microwave. Look what I love this thing. Look, it's covered in this crap and I actually love it. I'm leaving it to come here to put up with your shit. Yeah. I don't want to play the lotto. So maybe that's what they're like. I hate the lotto so much. Yeah. I'm putting up my picture of my goopy baby.
Now, this is a stupid question, I'm sure. But do you have a desk in Virgin Media?
No. Oh no, like I go into work and then we have 2 meetings and then we leave. So I go in at whatever time in the morning.
Yeah.
This is my thing about offices these days. None of the managers have offices anymore. They're all open plan.
Yes.
So whenever you want to sit down and have a chat with your boss or something, you have to book a meeting room. So it feels like you're getting fired every single time.
Intense.
You just want to be, how are you? What's going on? Everything okay? Everything?
Yeah, just check
everything fine?
Yeah,
like I always liked when someone, because it was always a place to hide as well if you got along with your boss, or if your boss was out and you're like, can we use your room there to bugger off, and you could just sit down with your friends.
I feel like you're a lick arse to your boss, are you?
It depends. No, you see, myself and my now boss have worked together on and off since we were like 24.
Okay.
Like a long time. We kill each other. Like we've known each other for years.
Okay,
since we were basically students. And we kill, the lads are like, oh, here we go, they're off again. I love her. She's brilliant.
Yes. So you're actual mates.
I've known her for a very long time. Like we started at the bottom.
See, any of my bosses, there's always been like the principal vibe off them for me, because
my boss is younger than me and everything. Like,
okay,
yeah. Like we started out in so loads of
jobs together. Like you're proper mates, yeah.
But we would have started together working in a radio station in Limerick. Myself, Denise, and Jackie Hurley. Jackie from RT Sport. And we were the milk ladies, essentially. Because what we did during the summer for 2 years is that Dawn Milk gave out milk every Thursday. So we'd go in our big Jeeps, the Isuzu Troopers, and we'd have banana, strawberry, chocolate, and normal milk in 2 Jeeps. And I mean full. And people would be waiting there at 2:00 going, where's our milk? What's going on? This was our job. And we'd hand out the milk and people would run up and they'd smash it off you and you'd stink of milk all day and you'd end up going to Nancy's. It was such a weird job. And that's what we did, like promo girls.
You're a milkman, is what you're telling? Like you're a milkman.
No, I worked in a radio station, but we did the promo events. So say
milk.
It would be Dawn Milk one day, or it would be at the races the next day, or we'd
See, this is why sometimes people in Dublin find it hard to get on board what you would be doing down there. You just told me you were a milkman. And you're like, no, it's the radio station.
You've worked in a radio station. You know the promo people go around in the cars with the pens and the lanyards, giving them out.
Haribo, who the fuck's giving out milk to people?
We in Limerick, you gave out milk.
Like,
I've never been more popular in my entire life.
Yeah, in Dublin it's kind of Haribo and Just Eat vouchers. But you know, give out milk.
This is, well, now listen. It's what the people wanted. And my God, did they parked up outside Penny's every single Thursday for 6 weeks. How are you lads? How's it going? Free milk outside Penny's. It was amazing. But that was like, they were fun days. You know, you're in your early 20s.
But you know, that's interesting though, when you were saying about your boss now, you started doing the milk together, because Ireland is such a small country. You never know when you work with somebody when you're going to meet them again.
Yeah.
I recently have been meeting on like production, camera people and sound people and all that. And I used to work as a runner in Windmill Lane. So
Windmill Lane, so glamorous. The recording studio.
Well, as a runner, not. You're just getting English producers like fucking breakfast and stuff. You're like, I left my kids for this. Like, what the fuck? Could you not have grabbed a bit of toast? Yeah, excuse me. What can I get for breakfast? You're like, what the fuck is wrong? You know what I mean? And then you find out you have to stay late because fucking Nigel might want to order pizza. And you're like, for fuck's sake. Anyway.
Would you have had to stay around for that? Just that sort of stuff?
Oh, to order Fuckface's pizza, put his pizza on a plate and bring it into him for him to fucking ignore you.
I'm just sitting here. I just wonder why she left her job every 6 months.
No, some of them in particular, like in fucking advertising.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
What?
Excuse me, could you order me a pizza, please? Sorry, what?
How hard is it just to bring up Just Eat yourself?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was if you didn't
what
do...
toppings can I get? The same toppings you can get on any pizza, you fucking fucker. No.
I'm surprised you didn't lie to them and just say, we just do cabbage
Oh,
here.
no,
That's
one
it. Bacon
day.
and cabbage in Ireland.
One day. You'd be so busy and all you're doing is you're ordering in lunches and making teas and coffees. One day we were really busy and I won't name the girl, but it's like trauma bonding thing, you know what I mean? And she dropped a roll on the ground and the whole roll opened up like all over the floor. And she just looked at me and she just gave me a little nod like, we don't have time. And I just went, okay. And she just filled all the shit back off on the floor into the roll. I was just like, because did we have trays? We had those shit bar trays.
Did we have trays?
We were going up and down flights of stairs. Like, it was total, people just should have come to the kitchen to collect the food. We could have phoned them and said the food's hit. Like, I was fucking stupid.
But then isn't that what it's about, all circular? Because if they went and did their own things, then there wouldn't have been jobs free.
There wouldn't have been jobs, yeah. And now the people who worked in Windmill Lane that I've now met as like, I'm a show off in front of the camera. They were so nice to me at the time. It's lovely to meet them now again, and I don't have to make them coffee. And I'm like, yeah, hi. But some of those, no, it was never any of the people that worked in there. It was the people that were coming in, the clients. But advertising is such a load of bollocks anyway. Like,
but well, I can just imagine that, like, having to deal with clients is like, we'll say, talking to teachers or people who work in creches these days, and you're dealing with parents. Whereas we were always in the wrong as children when we were growing up.
Yes.
And now it's like the child is always right. Like, talking to some of my teacher mates and they're like, oh, no. The kids are great. It's the parents.
Yeah.
Dealing with handling their parents and their little Johnny is the greatest thing that's ever happened and would never do anything wrong. And you're like, well, they tried to set fire to 4 people's hair today. So are we going to talk about this?
Oh, you see it in school. I remember in particular when Ella, the teacher, had to do this thing of like basically, and just drop them at the door of the classroom because people were going in every day and looking for a daily update from the teacher. And she's like, I need to fucking get this started.
Can we get through the curriculum,
because
lads?
in the Montessori, you get an update every day, or if like they have a bruise or whatever on their face, they'll have an incident report logged and tell you how it happened and whatever. And so like you come from that culture of being told everything and how many poos and what they had and what they didn't. Yeah, look at you. The poo is vital. Poo is vital to life, though. It is.
I understand you've got serious issues if you can't poo or if you're pooing too much, but
if you have a child of a certain age, 90% of your conversations are about their poo.
But were our parents 90% of their conversations about our shites? No, they weren't. They absolutely weren't.
But there was a lot of constipated children. Like, even when you look at those photos, you can tell.
I remember the enemas.
Some of those children were constipated.
In all fairness, I think I ate toast. Like, I wouldn't eat anything, so obviously.
Yeah. I don't think we started drinking fluids in this country that weren't alcoholic until
when Wimbledon would come on, you'd have a bit of Robinsons.
Yeah.
They're like, oh God, we might get to have some water.
I
Wimbledon's
don't
on.
remember ever drinking water. And if my mother ever said to me, have a drop of water as a child, to me that was code for go fuck off with yourself. Like, go have some water. I'm like, right, fuck off. But yeah, I would say, oh God, yeah, teachers dealing with parents.
Dealing with parents, like that's their, they shouldn't be their colleagues, but they are. And it's this sort of, I do not know how they do. And we know not all parents, hashtag not all parents. I'm
Not all parents, no.
But there are definitely some
Well, it's a control thing for some people. You know, now they do the parent-teacher meetings. Most people, I did anyway, do it over the phone.
Oh, lovely. My father would have hated that now. He liked going to a parent-teacher meeting, wanted to know everyone. He was like,
yeah, but I quite like the phone thing.
Of course you do.
Because I'm sitting there.
You hate people.
No, but what I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Vaping.
There was with this, one of these surveys that I was looking at for all this.
Yes.
And I find this, and this is, as I mentioned, 75% of office workers have one company event they dislike.
Okay.
34% hate participating in costume contests and 31% hate team building activities. That means over 60% like both those things. Do you know what team building days?
Ugh.
What is that? Why? Just give me the day off. I'll be happier at work.
Rather
than forced fun.
Doing comedy for corporate. I mean, I can't.
They're team building events, aren't they? That you'd be working.
Like, oh my God. Just it's so bad.
But are they getting into it? Because like you've done, you did Fit as Family, so you did that course in Kilruddery.
Yes.
And a lot of them go out and do that now as a team building day.
Loads of people fucking wanted to tell me they did the course.
Someone at work says, you know what, we're going to spend this amount of money for you to go out and roll around in mud. I'm like, lads, I'll pour some 2 litres of water outside, roll around the mud, give me money yourself.
All these stupid fucking things. Pizza Friday, dressing up as a fucking wheelbarrow, whatever it is. Give us the money. Nobody wants Pizza Friday. Nobody wants Silly Hat Day. Fuck off wigs, whatever. Just give us the money.
But there have to be some people that want to do it.
Give us the money that you're spending on the shit thing.
Yeah.
Give us the money. No, we don't need a Christmas party. Give us the money. Give us the money. I don't want a voucher. Give me the cash. I want an envelope with cash.
Yeah, but they also have to get the tax break.
Figure it out, guys.
They got to get the tax break.
I don't want a fun thing. I don't want to be on a bus. I don't want to go anywhere with these people. I don't want to do origami. I don't want to do pottery. I don't want to do something physical. I don't want to enjoy an event with them because a lot of these people I hate. So I don't want them to see me having fun. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of seeing me having fun.
The most disliked thing for female workers event was staff photos. Yes. Absolutely agree. I'm sorry, this was back in 2012. This is all I could find. Workers in Ireland identified laziness, moodiness and loudness as 3 of the habits in co-workers that they dislike the most. Can you imagine having to sit next to me?
God, that was...
When I used to work in an office.
I felt like you were attacking me there. What were they? Lazy, moody, and loud. Just
That's why we don't work in office settings.
You never know which Emma you're going to get with me. You get me on a Monday and I've had a fantastic weekend. Good morning, everybody. And then I come in the next day. Fuck off. Get the fuck away from me. I'm going to the Jacks for a kip. You'd like nightmare. Apologies to anyone who you'd had to work with me. Moody, lazy, loud.
Loud. Like, I think back to the days that Matt Cooper would be like, I'm interviewing the Taoiseach in 5 minutes, Mern. Will you calm down with singing LMFAO on my fucking face? I'd be like, come on, Matt, every day.
See, that's the people don't realise. I was asked about you in an interview. What? And I said, I was like, no, the laugh's real. And they were like, I'm telling you, it's real. I was like, she's a comedian's dream. I was like, it's real. I was like, and they were like, oh, okay.
I just want to laugh. That's it. I'm looking for the laugh at all times.
You're actually naturally quite a laughy, loud person.
And I'm too loud. Like, I'm too loud for myself. I feel so bad for the housemate.
It's not like...
He does
it's
this
not
a lot.
Put on.
He does this a lot. The housemate. He
does he? Okay,
the Ross thing of bringing down the level. There's only 2 of us in the house. He's like, we live in a house with 1 room. Do you think I can't hear you?
Yeah, and do you love to wait until he's left your space to start having a conversation with him? Do you do that as well?
He'll be in cooking and then I'll decide it's the perfect time to have a serious
You must
conversation.
be bouncing off the walls in that gap.
Yeah, I absolutely am. So, yeah, the loudness. And I was just thinking, like, if you're listening to this right now, and there's one person in the office who's continually giving out about other people who are lazy, and they're like, you have spent 9 hours giving out about other people not doing any work.
Yeah, but
That's all you've done today.
I think if you're in an office as well, like, don't be doing stuff before 10. Like, let's just ease into it. Don't be sending people emails at 9:20 on a Monday. No, fuck off.
Yeah, take your time.
These people that send an email at 8:30 on a Monday morning. You're like, who are you trying to impress? They're full of bollocks. They are full of bollocks. These people that send an email at 5:30 on a Friday. You're like, oh, would you ever go and fuck off?
But they're not expecting
Send
you to
out the door.
respond, are they?
But it's show off stuff. It's for show. I could send a message on the bus, go any update on that at 7:30 in the morning on a Monday morning.
But it's always very funny if people are doing that and they've deleted sent from my iPhone. They have that deleted because it's like, I want you to think I'm at my phone.
Oh, yeah.
But everything has sort of changed with obviously post-pandemic and people being able to work from home, because
Yes.
one of the greatest things that's happened is the traffic on a Friday. And I would like to thank every single person that works from home when I am driving to Limerick, when I'm driving to Cork or whatever. I'm like, I can get on the road. I'm going to make it to a place. It is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, the working from home is a game changer.
Yeah, for so many other people.
Yeah.
And
Never so productive when I was working from home, actually, to be honest. Like in an office job.
I know most people I would know who work from home are like, oh, I get way more done.
Yeah.
And I also get my little jobs done. They're like, I'm doing more than I do in the office.
And I have my little blankie on. And no one's coming up to me going, are you cold?
And that's a nice thing. So how about this? Nearly half of people who work from home work in jeans and T-shirts, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? 25% in PJs. I think you have to get changed at one point in the day, though, don't you?
You have to have a bit of a wash, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fine for the first 2 hours. Then you might want to get changed and have a little shower.
I sometimes have a shower on my lunch break.
It's fine.
Yeah, on my lunch break, I have my shower now.
So in the middle of your comedy set, you're going upstairs to have a shower?
No,
Is that
I said
what's
this is when
happening?
I was working from home. No, now I can, the lead up to a shower can be a whole day, because you're like, well, I'm going to be leaving at 4 to go to wherever. Oh, I'll have a shower at 3. Like,
Yeah, because you don't want to have it too early because then you have to have another shower.
Yeah.
You're actually saving water.
I like to think so.
Well done. I'm very proud
Yeah.
of you. That's pretty amazing. 7% of people say that they do it in their underwear and naked.
Bollocks.
That's not true. That's the sort of people who years and years ago, when they said in the census that they were Jedis.
Do you know what this is? When people say, oh, I sleep naked, that's people that don't have a personality and they're trying to sound interesting. Nobody in Ireland sleeps in the nip.
I'm looking at Cassie because I have a feeling that Cassie would be someone who'd sleep in the nip. Yeah.
In the complete nip.
Even better in a hotel.
In the nip in a hotel.
Hold on now. We need to throw this wide open. You think those sheets are clean enough to go sleeping in the nip in the hotel? Would you? Cassie just says she's never caught anything except she's got recurring shingles. And I'm just really happy that my co-worker today has come into work when she showed on Instagram that she was holding, what were you holding, Emma?
Headlights.
Sorry, you weren't holding actual headlights.
The shampoo to treat headlights.
Now, can that jump from there to, did I give you a hug today?
You didn't know. I sat
Actually, it's
down.
the
No,
first
what
one
I
I
tell you now, and I did a photo thing this morning and people were fixing my hair because of the wind and I said nothing. Anyway, come here. What happened was...
Oh my God.
No, it's treated. They're gone. Joe had his birthday party on Saturday, had a great time, and obviously his brother Tommy was there because they're best buds. And then Tommy was itching his head yesterday, and I had a look because I still had one of the combs. Like, it's been a very long time since it's been in the house. Went through the head, and I was like, no, I'm not seeing anything there. He washed his hair and found one. And then we all got the comb on our heads and we all found one. I was like, fuck.
You all got the comb on your heads and you all found, you need the comb.
headlights. You need the headlights comb.
See, this is my thing about when you become a worker,
Yeah.
which is a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get that job,
Yeah.
you somehow automatically make the best tea and toast that there is ever in the entire world and know how to do things like knits. Like if someone said to me, your
Yeah.
niece there has some nits, go sort that out. I'd be like, I'd be watching 5 YouTube videos, wouldn't have a fucking clue. You're just like, yeah, grand comb, yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, you just go to the pharmacy, you get the shampoo, but
Like, it's something that
Yeah.
happens to you. It's fantastic, whether you have given birth yourself or not.
do you know what it is actually? You get this information on a need to know basis, but with other things, you know the way you just you find out what you need to do at the time and then you forget it, or what, you store the information.
Yes.
Because like if Ella's 20, so you go to the pharmacy and I knew which one was the best one. But the only thing was I had to find a late night pharmacy because we were discovering this quite late because we're doing like the showers and stuff on a Sunday night.
Oh, you Glenroe it.
Glenrowett, yeah.
Lovely. Well done. Keeping the tradition alive.
Yeah, but they've big mops of hair and I'm like, them boys don't need to be washing that more. So we all did it. So, but I had to go into the class WhatsApp group and say, thanks so much for all the birthday gifts. So generous. By the way, they have head lice.
Bye.
Bye. And then it kind of opened the floodgates because somebody else was like, oh, so-and-so has chicken pox. And I was like, oh God, something going on
Were they
there.
all at the party? Yeah. So they're going to be... So
But head lice, it's like, got it early. There wasn't much. But like,
are
none
they
of
all
it.
dead now?
Yeah, you do the shampoo, you keep that in for 10 minutes and then you rinse it out again and then you do it with the comb. But sure, I was like
saying
Rapunzel.
the
I was
comb.
combing my hair.
What do you mean the comb?
The
Is it a
comb,
special
the-
comb?
The head lice comb. A fine tooth comb, basically.
Just
And
a
it comes in
normal,
the
like
pack.
a comb that your granddad always had in his back pocket.
No. It's tighter fucking yolks than that.
Oh, Jesus, I've got to Google. Do you use them again?
Yeah, oh, that's it. The white ones. Yeah,
But you have to throw them out afterwards.
I keep them.
Oh, good. Yeah, you just wash the head lice off them, is it?
Yeah, stick it in the dishwasher.
All the time. Oh, you don't.
What?
You don't, do you?
No.
No.
I do a mad dishwasher wash where I shove the vibrator in, the head lice comb, you know, the thing you're using to like scrape the bunions off your feet, all that stuff goes in one big wash. The knickers that have been through the mill, throw them in as well, and then do it in the dead of the night. No, don't throw them out because when it comes around the next time,
The next time.
I know it won't because I'd say this will be the last time we'll see head lice in the gaff.
I only remember once ever the head lice thing happening in my class, and Mom just got VO5 hot oils, Lashel, and I thought I was in a Timotei commercial. I was like, this is amazing.
Oh yeah, they loved it's basically a grooming session
She
for
just
them. They
gave
loved it.
she just gave me a hair treatment. I was like, my hair is so shiny. This is fab.
But that's basically what it is. Like
All
that's
right, okay.
yeah, that's
Just kill them.
just kill them.
Kill them with some oil
Kill
so they
'em
can't
and
breathe.
Brush it out, yeah.
Okay, so you brought nits into
So
work.
needless to
That's
say,
lovely.
we didn't have sex last night. I was looking for a bit of a ride, but when you've done that for a few hours, you're kind of like, I'm going to bed now.
I don't,
Do you know
don't
what I mean?
think I'm up for it.
Even me, I'm like, that's...
When you're always mad for it, but now we know.
No, but
Shane?
it's not that I'm mad for it,
Shane?
but you have to be able to turn off. You have to be able to listen to a baby cry while you have a ride sometimes.
Other vices that people hate
Oh, yeah.
for co-workers. This is people who gossip. Sure,
Okay.
you'd love that.
It's me again.
You'd love a bit of gossip.
Lazy, what was it? Lazy, loud, moody gossip. Yeah.
Lazy, loud, moody.
Continue to describe.
Loud mobiles. People,
No, loud phone calls.
but
No.
people who have their keypad on.
Yeah,
You know when you're sending a text and it's
yeah,
turn off the keypad tones now.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
need for that.
definitely.
Nose picking.
Oh, I'm partial to a pick.
I know, but at work,
No, I'd
sometimes
go
you don't even know you're doing it.
yeah, no, I'd like to think I go to the toilet for an old pick session.
And do you ever notice when you're looking in cars, people
Oh.
love to, like, I love to do the face plucking in a car.
Yes, yeah.
A little bit of the spot picking in a car.
Yeah, you forget that people can see you when
You
you're in your
do.
car. Yeah.
So we all think we're Jay-Z with tinted windows, and we're not.
No.
So, got to remember that. Entering without knocking is something else, but sure, no one has any offices anymore. And colleagues who hum during work.
Oh, me as well.
Now, I worked in a radio station, so if we weren't
That's
humming, we weren't doing our
impossible.
job right.
You always would get a song in your head.
Start to itch everywhere.
Are you?
I
Stop. I know.
You're-
I'm
I
really
know
sorry.
You haven't, have you?
No. I even went through it again this morning just to double check.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there.
What's your kind of favorite job that you kind of go, it was an experience?
Favorite job? God. Do you know what? And I know this probably sounds really, really cheesy, But I couldn't pick a favorite job. I just have favorite people from each place I've worked.
Yeah, or things that happen there.
I think most places I've worked, I'm still in contact with at least like minimum one person.
Look how popular she is, everybody.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's people I've worked with who I've actually remained in contact with. Like,
so out of myself and Cassie, who's it going to be that you remain in contact from this job?
Cassie has a caravan.
Well, that decision has been made. Clearly.
No, but I can't. Have you any job that you're like, oh wow, standout job?
I loved when I worked in Pennies.
Oh yeah.
Because now probably one of the nicest places I've ever worked was Rocha Stores. There was something classy about the ladies who worked in Rocha Stores, and they'd bring you under, and I worked in the gifts department. So it was always about people buying things that no one ever wanted for christenings and communions and confirmations and weddings.
Yeah.
It's like, give them the money, but I will sell this to you. That's fine. But Pennies was always my favorite because people would always try to haggle. And I'm like, lads, we're not in the potato, we're not in the milk market. Like we're not on EastEnders. Like that is the price of 3 vests. It's €4 for 3 vests, but I don't want one. I'll give you 50 cents.
I'm like, people opening the packets.
That's opening the packets and bringing it up, and you're like, no, I need the pack. Like that's for the barcode, but I'll give you I'll give you €1. I'll give you €1. I'll give you €2 for one. I'm like, give me €1 extra and you can take the 3 vests. And we'd all be sitting there going, what are you haggling about today? It was always the knickers and the vests. And we're like, I swear to God, we're basically giving you the socks for free. Just give me the €1. It was so much fun. It was the stuff that people will be going on.
Yeah, in fairness, anybody I know who ever worked in Pennies always enjoyed it.
Great fun. Like really, really enjoyed working there. It was always a bit where the Pennies I worked in the Crescent Shopping Centre, it didn't have changing rooms, thank God.
Okay.
Because the stories of friends, this was not just Pennies, but like these were friends who worked in like River Island, loads of places, even BT or anything like that, like of nappies being left on the ground, kids taking a shit in the corner and just leaving it there.
Yeah.
Pads being left on the ground, pads being left inside jeans that have been tried on. Like, women, what are you up to? Like, they'd be really horrified. There was a lot of time friends of mine who worked in retail. You'd get a call at 6:00 on a Tuesday and it would be like, get your ass into town, we're having a drink, because I am fucking horrified by what I have seen today. And it is so gross.
I can only imagine
the stories.
I'd say it's vile. You see, people taking off their clothes and yeah. I never worked in clothes shop, or did I? There was actually a mate of mine who used to work in this clothes shop this is gas. She used to work in this clothes shop in Nutgrove. Do you know these shops that like they have some name you've never heard of before?
Yes.
What would you call it? Like Starry, I think it was
Rapids.
Yeah, or Starry Night or something. And she would be left in the shop all day by herself. And sometimes I go in to see her, and when she'd need to go to the toilet or go for a smoke, like she smoked, how ridiculous. If I was hanging around, I'd go in to mind the shop for her. And I was like, well, I do. Like, I knew how to work a till, but you know the way all the tills are different? I was like, what do I do if someone wants to buy something? She's like, I won't. Like, do you know those shops? The clothes are pure shite. You're like, who are these for? Young ones don't like these clothes. Old ones don't like these clothes. Who's buying this shite? Yeah, and it changes hands every 3 months. They whack another shop in there.
Yeah.
I just will never forget when she's like putting the smoke in her mouth, ready to go to check. Don't worry, they won't.
But it feels a bit like Roy's Rose in Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Roy has to run out because his plastic bag is broken. Mind the cafe. It's like,
oh, totally.
Anyone can do it.
It was an endurance test. Like, if you could stand the boredom of being in there. Like, this is before phones were good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you had a Colleen Hoover now, you would have loved that. You'd have been grand now.
Yeah, I would have liked a job like that. But yeah, very boring.
So as you get older, I think you know that you're not going to be best friends with your colleagues. You want to hang out with your actual friends.
Yeah.
But some will be mates. And don't bring fish into work.
Don't bring fish into work. And don't no ideas about fun stuff to do. Don't want pizza, because pizza is such an awkward thing where you're hovering around, you're fucking starving because you're like, they told us a week ago that we were going to have pizza today. And then you do that thing of hovering around, go, oh, yeah, sure, I'll get a slice. You start pretending like you've never eaten pizza before in your life. Like, what do I do? Oh, I just go in and get a slice. And there's always this shit amount. So you look like a total fat fuck if you're like going back for a second slice. Like, you need more than 2 slices of pizza. But everyone goes around and goes, I'm so full from that 1 slice of pizza. Where in real life, you'd eat that whole pizza by yourself.
Yeah.
Too full.
Yeah, because you have to be polite.
Or you can't talk eating pizza. So what's the fucking point of it? First bite. Jeez, just fuck off with the pizza. And there's always somebody who has the system of swooping in. And you're like, he got fucking 4 slices, the greedy fuck. Not that I'm watching people to see what they got. But I'm just saying, there is always one greedy fuck who gets like 4 slices. And you're left with like, no, there's some Cajun Hawaiian over there. You're like, what the fuck is that? I just want a pepperoni pizza. Okay, look, I have to stop.
I think that we've got to go deeper with the pizza, and we'll do that next week if you want to tune in for a psychological trauma evaluation with pizza. I'm just going to bring pizza in. We're hoping to have another episode out this week.
Yes.
We are going to start promoting, please, the Cork Podcast Festival, because we haven't done anything like that. We would love for you to come if you want to see the 2 of us do something together, not have sex together on stage, as you suggested a little bit earlier on. That's
I didn't say on stage. I just said, are we going to? That's all.
If you're listening in the UK, you're going to be in Soho Theatre.
Yes, the 6th and 7th of June. Looking forward to it. Please come.
I've been Ryan O'Connell.
I've been Emma Doran.
And this was
And Another Thing.